In your opinion, what is the biggest threat to the United Kingdom?
Russia. Iran is a threat to us as well.
Is it? Russia, really? Look, the UK has been going through a cost of living crisis that's been so bad for so long, it's beginning to feel a bit dishonest to talk about it as a crisis, like it's some kind of temporary setback that they're trying to fix, when it seems a lot more likely that the economy being systematically run in a way that's making life increasingly unlivable for regular working people, making investment or home ownership or really any kind of upward personal economic momentum increasingly impossible for regular working people, putting more and more of the wealth and the power and the influence and the affluence in the hands of small collections of billionaires or private equity or multinational, multi-billion-dollar giga corporations is probably by design. Yeah, I'm beginning to think you lot might be doing this on purpose. Compared to the rest of Europe, the UK ranks poorly for general health and near the bottom for mental health, particularly for women and children, with high rates of childhood poverty, childhood food insecurity, childhood malnutrition, and childhood obesity. At this point you might say, wait, how do you get high rates of childhood obesity and malnutrition at the same time? That seems like a contradiction, but unfortunately it's not. The UK also has shockingly high rates of ultra-processed foods, making up roughly 55% of the overall diet. So you have lots of young people skipping meals because they can't afford to eat, and even more young people eating absolute garbage because that's all they can afford to eat. So who did that? Was it Iran? Did they make life unlivable for the people of the UK? Because that's the threat that I see. See, what I see is shady private equity using debt to hijack the UK economy, only to squeeze every drop out of it they can before discarding it like a tattered, empty husk. What I see is giant, mostly American corporations siphoning billions of pounds in revenue out of the economy, only to return literally less back in taxes than a common school teacher would. That's the real threat to the well-being of the British people.